I'm back with part 2, how to fix a kettle. So I've removed the lid that covered the whole electrical portion here, which is the thermostat and the switch. And I'm going to show you how to remove the element and the thermostat control. Bear with me. Okay, so I just removed these two screws. If you look very carefully, 1, 2, I removed those, undo those, and I lifted the switch right out, and there's a little pilot lamp inserted right in there, and this will indicate that there's current in the circuit. So I just remove this. So this is your actual switch, the knob itself. That's a little pilot lamp right there. It's a little pilot lamp right there. It's a little holder. And if you look again very carefully, you see in 3 screws. These 3 screws hold a mechanism that's called your thermostat. Your thermostat. This is your switch right here too. Switch is right here. You can see it engaging and disengaging. Your thermostat is this part right here that receives the electrical signal, and I'm going to undo these 3 screws and get our coil out to do some further tests. All I do, it's 1, 2, so there you have it. Our element. So I'm going to show you the parts that make up an electric kettle. Here they are. This is the heart of the operation. Without this, you can't do any heating. So I'm going to test this in a moment. I'm just showing you the parts. This is your element, your heating element. This is your pilot lamp. As I showed you before, it tells you that kettle is on. There's power. And this whole assembly right here, which your element is fitted into, this is your thermostat. If you can look carefully, see a little goose there? That forms as moisture and water condensates over a period of time, you know. There's a residual build-up there of moisture. It gets sort of sticky. Right there, you see a bithermal metal. This is the metal that flexes, it pushes back. If you can look very carefully, this little white probe right there, it pushes on it when it flexes and the water boils, which water boils about 100 degrees C at atmospheric pressure. It pushes on this, which opens a set of contacts inside the thermostat. And right there on your kettle, this little rubber device, that's your gasket. So this seals off water from actually touching your element. So there you go, those are your parts. Now we're gonna test to see if the element is actually gone, or if it's a thermostat has some form of problems inside. Which this one doesn't seem like one that could be opened. I could try to take it apart. Oh, I think I know how to get this apart. I won't be able to show you it. I'll have to do a little bit of conjuring to really get it apart and see if I could clean up some contacts inside, if there's any corrosion buildup that's causing a form of resistance for electricity to flow to the element. Okay, so here we go with our resistance test, for our test of continuity, and we already know what that is. So these two prongs, these three, if you look very carefully, you're seeing about 5 ports thereabout. Actually, these 3 are just the holding ports. The screw enters these ports right here, the 3 screws that connects this to the thermostat. These 2 are actually the ones that conduct the electricity, or the points of contact for electricity to flow to the element. So I'm going to test at these 2 points. So just look at our meter, and I come and I do this. There's one probe there and the other here. So if you look very carefully, we are seeing some resistance of about 123 ohms to about 125 thereabout. I'm going to do that again for you. So I'm just pinning on an alligator clip on one prong. I'm going to set it to 200 ohms of resistance so we can get a more accurate reading. And I pin the other probe to the other side of the terminal. Now we can see even more clearly. It's actually 21.8 ohms of resistance. So this is telling me that my heating element is actually good. So it's not our heating element. So the fact that electricity is not getting to it, our card is good, our plug is good, our thermostat is the next point of test. We have a good fuse, all is well. Why isn't it getting hot? We're gonna find out. So I'm not gonna show you this part. Maybe in part 3 I'll have it all reassembled and all that, but I'm going inside of this thermostat to see what the problem really is. Okay, so well, before I go, let's just do a quick continuity test. Just gonna place one lead on one contact. There's nothing there, so somewhere in this thermostat I believe the problem lies. So I'll be back with a part 3, and by that time we should be done. Dr. Finham, man, God bless.